All right, so this is Tijerina Elementary School. This is a part of our school investigation project by Cindy Trejo, Jose Laredo, and Daniel Foster. Just a quick look at Tijerina Elementary School. As you can see, there's a large majority of Hispanic students, followed by African American, then white, then Asian or Pacific Islander. The programs that are offered at elementary school are gifted and talented programs. It has special education programs, transitional bilingual programs, and reduced and free lunch, uh, which 84% of the students are actually on the uh, reduced lunch program. Uh, this next slide shows like the school address, the district that it's in, HISD. It shows students and staff, and shows the number of students per teacher, which is 16, which is not too bad. And then it lists the grade span, which is pre-K through fifth grade. This next slide just shows the average class size per pupil, which is almost $9,000, which is pretty good. The school does have a high percentage of enrollment in a bilingual or ESL class. Does have a little bit over 10.5% of enrollment in special education. Uh, the average actual salaries for teachers is $55,655. It met the TEA accountability rating, but its academic performance was actually below state average, which I think is about at right at about 70, a little bit over 70%. All right. This next slide shows attendance rate, which is above average compared to the state. The campus has a 97.3 attendance rate, and as stated earlier, it does have a high percentage of Hispanic students. Right. Another thing that might be problematic with the school is it does have a high percentage of economically disadvantaged students, and it does have limited English proficiency. The slide further explains, the percentage of female to male educators, and it lists the percentage of educators by ethnicity, Hispanic being the most at 65%. All right, this next slide shows the percentage of teacher experience. It shows that while there is a high number of beginning teachers, there also is a majority of teachers with 11 years or more of experience, which is really good for a school because these teachers have had time to perfect their craft, and they can find a solution for many different issues that may occur. Whether a student may have a learning disability or bullying or just typical things of that nature that may occur in a elementary school. All right. This next slide, it just compares strengths and weaknesses of Tijerina Elementary School. Uh, as you can see, Tijerina Elementary School, it offers a GT program and enrichment. The campus has great attendance. However, some of the weaknesses are that there isn't much diversity at the elementary school, and there isn't a two-way bilingual program, which is very important whenever you're dealing with a school that has a high percentage in ESL and bilingual classes, has a high percentage of Hispanic students. So that is something that is definitely a weakness of the school. All right, and just some standout features. It offers bilingual programs for students. It has gifted and talented programs. It has a high attendance rate. It has a high percentage of teachers with a lot of experience under their belts. Um, as we read it was a top 25% in student progress and also in uh, closing the performance gap. So all in all, I think that this school is a school that I would recommend. You know, just being somebody who is Hispanic and who really wants to have a lot of options for my student, whether they're gifted and talented or they have special education or they're bilingual. Tijerina Elementary School offers those programs for students, and I believe that this is a really good school.